I feel like I'm cheating on Single Strike by playing a Rapid Strike deck, but it's Metagross VMAX, and we gotta do it. Hey everyone, Nick from 9Card TCG, and today we are doing a deck profile for Metagross VMAX. I typically don't play Rapid Strike Pokemon, but with Metagross V and VMAX just releasing with Chilling Reign and my need to, I guess, branch out a little bit into some other archetypes, we're gonna do some deck lists, and we're gonna, I guess just get right into it. So here's our deck list. We are running 4 copies of Metagross V. It has the Bullet Punch attack, flip 2 heads. It does 20 damage for each heads. Not super great. It's, good for if you have absolutely nothing else to do. You could, for 1 energy, do 40 damage. You could also do 0, so that's cool. And it also has the Synchro Hammer for 1 metal and 1 colorless. It does 60 damage, and if you and your opponent have the same amount of energy attached to your active Pokemon, it does an additional 90 damage. And you can, sometimes, it depends on how you want to build this, you can kind of force your opponent to have the same amount of energy as you by playing Crushing Hammers, but we're really not using Metagross for the Synchro Hammer attack. We're using it for the Max Rush attack. So Metagross VMAX, Rapid Strike Pokemon, 330 HP. Max Rush is also 2 energy, which is great, and it does base 100 damage. But if you used Max Rush the last turn, it will do 250 damage, right? 100 plus an additional 150, which is really, really cool. But if you get bossed or you get escape roped or something that's going to pull your Metagross out of the active, that damage does reset. So we are using Galarian Rapidash V to kind of minimize that. We would set up Librahorn to leave our opponent with just 100 HP left and then hit for Max Rush. And then it doesn't matter what they do if it's the first time Metagross VMAX is in the active, because it only has 100 HP left, and we do 100 damage with Max Rush, and then next turn we can set up a bigger attack because we'll have used Max Rush the previous turn. That's kind of the play here. Bronzong is obviously a huge part of this deck because we are running Metal Transfer to be able to move energies around our different whatever the hell, Metagross VMAX and Galarian Rapidash. So we can, as many times as we want during our turn, move a metal energy from one of our Pokemon to another. It does not say move a metal energy from a metal Pokemon to a metal Pokemon or vice versa. It just says from one Pokemon to another. You can move metal coating energy. It doesn't specify basic metal energies, so really you can move any metal energy you want. This deck is also running Path to the Peak. You might notice that we are not playing Jirachi or Dene because Path to the Peak, when you have Path to the Peak, Pokemon V or GX have no abilities, so you will not be able to use Dark Asset or Day Change. Your opponent also won't be able to use Mewtwo Mew's GX ability, whatever, Perfection, I think it is. Anything that has an ability and has a rule box will not be affected. Our Bronzong's Metal Transfer ability is not affected because that is not a Pokemon with a rule box, so it is ignored. So really, really important card. We're also running 4 copies of Cheryl because we want to be able to heal, since the whole goal is for our Metagross to stay in the active as long as possible. We want to be able to heal that damage, and so Cheryl's a great way to do it. Metal Transfer the energies off Cheryl and then put it back on to hit for a big Max Rush. Speaking of doing or keeping our Pokemon in the active spot as long as possible, Lucario Melmetal-GX is something that I think could be interesting in this deck for the Full Metal Wall GX attack. For 2 energy, just a colorless and a steel. I mean, I guess all the energy we have in this deck is metal energy, but whatever. For 2 energy, for the rest of the game, all your metal Pokemon will take 30 less damage, which is really, really good. Combine that with Metal Goggles, and now you're taking 60 less damage with Metagross VMAX from all your opponent's attacks, and then on top of that, you're going to be able to heal to really annoy your opponent. It's very similar to Corviknight Vmax, except it doesn't require you to switch your Pokemon around. Like Corviknight Vmax, you're constantly switching your Corviknights so that you can keep attacking with Gmax Hurricane. This is kind of the opposite. This is plant your Pokemon in play and stay there. And that's the name of the game. The rest of the deck is pretty simple. We are running things like Professor's Research, Marnie in your typical 3 or 4 of each. We're running 3 Coating Metal Energies and 6 Metal Energies, and we are running 2 Capture Energies to help get our Bronzors and Rapidash and all that kind of stuff onto the field. You know, like I said, the rest of the deck is pretty simple. We will be having the deck list in the episode or in the video description, so if you want to go check it out, it will be all there. If you're just watching or you're in this first time, we do have a Discord server to help new players learn how to play the Pokemon trading card game. We do things like deck lists, deck analysis, we help each other out, and we do play testing, all that kind of stuff. It's a small community at the moment, but by joining, you help make the community bigger, and then you invite a friend, and next thing you know, we have a huge community going. So that is something that you can do, and the link to that is in the description as well. So it looks like we're playing a Zero Aura Blaziken, which, of course, Blaziken is a little bit of a problem with its fire typing. So Metagross is weak to fire, so that's immediately what they're going to look for. So we need to do something. That is one issue with this deck. We don't really have a counter attacker to kind of handle any fighting or fire types. Like Blaziken is weak to water, and a lot of water is weak to electric. So you have Zero Aura to kind of handle the water typings. We don't really have that. And I think the best option is honestly to pull up this Remoraid. And we'll just try to hit it for 40 damage. Cool. Oh, 6. Okay. Oh, it's 20 plus. I thought it was 20 times. Wow. Okay, cool. So, easy knockout. They do have the Blaziken in the active now, but it has no energy set up. They could max Blaze for 260 if they, you know, with the Rapid Strike energy. But that's really why I wanted to get that Remoraid out of the active spot, or out of off the bench, because then they could just evolve into Octillery, get that Rapid Strike energy, and max Blaze immediately, which would be pretty much game over for us. So they are digging heavily for that Rapid Strike energy. I feel like if they had it, they would have put it down by now. If we get our Metagross VMAX onto the field, we will be able to survive a little bit. And we desperately need to draw, or at least an energy. Wow, they are really, really looking for this energy. Research to Dene and Crobat, and they concede because they don't have it. Wow, I don't know why they did that. My hand was trash, but we'll take it. Moving on to the next match, another Zero Aura deck box, an electric avatar. I mean, fine, whatever. As long as it's not another Blaziken, that would be just the worst. If you do want to help out the channel, by the way, if you're enjoying the videos, definitely subscribe, leave a like, comment, all that kind of stuff. Those things help YouTube, or tells YouTube that other people should be watching this video, and it helps me out tremendously. We do want to go first. We are playing an evolution line with Bronzor and also with the Metagross. So I tend to like to go first with evolution lines. Maybe there's a better way to do it, but that's just me. So let's see. We'll get to see exactly what our opponent's playing. Not exactly. They're also playing Path to the Peak, which is fine. I don't really care. But they are playing some Rapid Strike energy. I have Lucky energy, so this might be a Blissey. That's a thing. Blissey V is something that people are starting to realize is a pretty good deck, and eventually I will try as well. But we definitely will draw a card. Okay, so we will quick ball away. I'm going to say this Metal Energy. because we'll be able to get it eventually with a Metal Saucer. And we're gonna go ahead and Capture Energy. I do want to get a full metal wall going. And yeah, because now if our Bronzor gets knocked out, we can still Evolution Incense and send up our Lucario Melmetal or whatever we got to do. I don't really want a full metal wall immediately, just because I have no energy in play, even though it will give me the 30, whatever, the 30 damage. So I don't have to do the 2 energy version. I can do just the colorless version, but we'll see. So far, I don't want to say a bad start for our opponent, but not a great start. There's the Bronzong. So that's kind of cool. We have 0 draw support, which is pretty rough. So I'm just going to Evolution Incense into our Metagross VMAX. I'm going to go ahead and get an energy on it, and we'll just evolve it up. And then we'll be in business as soon as I get a switch or a draw card, or now just another energy. Metal Saucer could work, because I could just put the metal energy onto one of my Pokemon. I do think that this deck might be able to benefit from Cinccino line, but at the same time with Bronzong, and you don't want to have too many evolution Pokemon, but they are really... I knew it was gonna. As soon as I saw that lucky energy, I knew it was gonna be a Blissey deck. And I don't. Path to the Peak is fine. It's fine. Blissey's gonna be a huge pain to knock out. 300 HP. Oof. Yeah, we're just gonna do nothing. We both have 2 cards in our hand, and it's whoever gets a supporter first. Or, I mean, they have the 2 Cinccino's, so they'll be able to get a few new cards in hand. I do not. I'm desperately relying on drawing any Pokemon so that I can... Actually, I don't even have Crobat or Dedenne, so that doesn't matter. So I really just need a Research or a Marnie. Like, those are the 2 things I need. And we have a Capture Energy. That's fine. That's fine, because we can do this. I think wait, what? Oh, damn it. It's a colorless energy. No. Damn, that's... Oh, no. I was wondering, I was like, why is it not doing this? That's a Capture Energy, not a metal energy. Oh, that's gonna cost me. That will cost me. I don't have... Okay. Wow. Another Cinccino. I mean, I guess they need them, right? They don't have Crobat or Dedenne to really help see new cards, and that's something that we desperately need. I need an energy. I need a whatever it's called, a draw supporter. Now, unless they have a switch in their hand, they still can't do anything with Blissey. So they captured for nothing. They have a U-turn board, good enough. And Blissful Blast will not really do a lot of damage, which is good. We have a Metal Saucer, so that's good. And now we can Lieberhorn. And now it has 100 HP left, and if we don't get knocked out, we can move an energy, retreat, and hit with Max Rush, and we will be pretty solid. If we do get knocked out, then we definitely need an energy. We need a Metal Energy or a Metal Saucer if it gets knocked out. I'll take a Research, I'll take a Marnie, I will take anything. I need another energy. I have 11 in the deck. I've seen almost half my deck. So you would think I would have seen I guess I've gotten enough for how many cards I've seen. I do wish I had another. You're going to heal 120 damage. But that costs 2 energy. So, okay. That's fine. They're not going to be able to do a ton of damage this turn, so I'll be able to Lieberhorn again. Whew, that's not good. Oh, thank God. And, of course. What are the odds? Whatever, I'm gonna thin out the deck a little bit. We're gonna get rid of this Metagross VMAX. I don't think I'll really need it. We'll just pull another Metagross just to thin out this deck so I can probably find more energy. And just Lieberhorn. Let them heal. Let them discard their energy, whatever they gotta do. Even if they do, they'll definitely knock us out this turn. For sure. So I don't... We have another Research, right? I will be able to discard... I mean, come on. At this point, if I draw another 7 cards, I would go 14 cards without a single Metal Saucer or a single Metal Energy. That would just be absurd. So, this is okay. They're going to heal 30 damage. It's kind of annoying. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a second one in their hand. Now, we'll be able to Cheryl and heal all our damage. So even if our VMAX takes a bunch of damage from Blissful Shot, we will be... Oh my God. And that's going to do just enough to knock us out. I guess that powerful, colorless energy. How are they? Oh, lets them discard up to 3. Man, that's such a good attack. We're gonna start. We're just gonna Research. We have to. We have no choice. Thank you. My God. So we're just gonna Max Rush. I really want to try to take this Blissey out. I mean, even if they heal another 120 damage, I do 250 this turn, so it's not gonna matter. They'll still have 30 damage on. I do 2. Actually, that would matter. Oh man. This is so irritating. I mean, maybe I was better off using Marnie, but I don't even know if I would have got that last energy if I Marnied. I think at this point my best bet is to honestly try to make them deck out. Like, I think that's my best option. They're gonna do so much damage. This does 30, so it does 40. It does. They have 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 3, right? That's why am I not able to do math? They're gonna do a ton of damage because then they have the 2 powerful colorless energies. We'll do it like that. I shouldn't have used the switch. Maybe I could have just maxed rush and I would have took the knockout. I would have got 2 prizes, been able to see some more cards. That was a mistake on my part. But at the same time, they have such a big hand. If they have a switch or another Malolana, like, then I would lose my only attacker, which they do. So. This is not looking good. Yeah, 290 just because of those powerful colorless energies, and I don't think we'll be able to stall long enough. Okay, I guess my other Metagross VMAX is benched, or prized rather. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to, because no matter what we send out next turn, it's gonna get knocked out. This deck has so much energy. Oh my god. Yeah, we just lose. It's crazy. I do think that if we had a better, like, we could have won that game if we had the energy early on before they, because this is one of those decks. It's like Whitney's Mill Tank. Like, once it gets going, it's just, you're not stopping them because they're healing and they're just stacking, adding on damage. You have to be able to take that out clean, and unfortunately, this deck just doesn't really have the damage output to do that, which is why we kind of needed the Libra Horn. But, you know, at the same time, you know, we just get knocked out or whatever. It's just, it was tough to not have those metal energies. That really sunk us. But again, no metal energies. It's like not good. Because you really need, this deck, to me, you really need to be attacking turn 2. So the fact that our opponent Mulligan kind of helped. Just because you need to be putting max rush damage on immediately. Which is why I like to go first, right? Because we can evolve on our second turn when we can attack. And we can be hitting max rush for 100 damage. And again, not a ton, but at least then after we're doing 250, now we've done 350, which is enough to knock out anything in the game that doesn't have a big charm on it. And most stuff that does. So, oh boy. What I do think we need is eventually we'll need Lucario Melmetal to kind of deny those energies. They might be playing Moltres to get those energies back, which would be kind of annoying. I guess that's not a, it's a weakness card energy. Okay, I thought it was a capture energy. So this is going to be a tough matchup because, again, we just don't have the damage output without being able to attack to deal with Eternatus quickly. And it looks like they're playing, are they playing a poison or? So we have to attack. I mean, we can't attack this turn, obviously. We don't have the energies. We don't have any energies. My God. I don't even know what to do. Or calm. That's... and we'll just try to... I mean, it's not going to matter because it just needs one energy, but... I forget how badly the Dene and Crobat matter, and to not have them because you're playing Path to the Peak does really hurt. Now, Path to the Peak will help us in this matchup because of Eternatus VMAX's ability Dread End, not the Dread End, whatever it is, Darkness Zone or Eternal Zone. So that is an ability, and if we can turn it off with Path to the Peak, then they can only have a maximum of 5 Pokemon on the bench, and they're not going to be doing nearly as much damage with their Dread End attack as they would. They do need a switch to be able to get this Eternatus into the active spot. They're going to ping us for 10. It doesn't matter because if they have a full bench, their Dread End will take us out even with the Metal Goggles. Okay, they already attached for turn, so I guess they're trying to set up for next turn. Okay, they'll be able to evolve into that Alolan Muck. What is this ability? When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve, you may look at the top 6 cards of your opponent's deck and discard any number of item cards you find there. It's a little annoying, but luckily we don't really need items right now. I mean, Quick Ball wouldn't really help too much. They got rid of a few. But there's the Metal Energy, although I don't know if it's really going to matter too much. We'll evolve up just to... And we'll Evolution Incense just to thin the deck a little bit. We'll get a Bronzong. And we can at least Zap Traction to get 2 cards. We'll get an Energy and a Path to the Peak. I know we should be getting... Do I go to Research instead? Instead of this Energy? I have 8 energies in the deck and only 4 Path to the Peak. So I definitely want to get the Path to the Peak. I'll take a chance with the Research. It's risky as hell. But I need to be able to see more cards. I just do. I don't have any energy, so I can't Metal Saucer. Even if I did, I don't have a Metal Energy in the discard pile. Or I don't have any Metal Pokemon on my bench. So they're going to be hitting for a good amount of damage right now. What is it, 270 they hit for? It's a lot. They can have 9 dark Pokemon. 30 times 9 is 270. We will be taking 240 damage because of the Metal Goggles. Oh, 210. Oh, because they didn't get the last one. Okay. Doesn't really matter too much. So now they have to discard Pokemon because they have more than what they're allowed to on the bench. I think it's a little late, but it is what it is. I'm surprised they chose that Crobat because that one had energy on it. We're gonna research. We have another Path to the Peak, which is good. And honestly, we're gonna Zap Traction because we're gonna be able to get a Metagross. And honestly, let's get a Lucario because then we can deny them energy by using Lucario Melmetal's Full Metal Wall and at least force them to take a little bit of time to set up. So they're still going to hit us pretty hard. I still think they're going to take the KO this turn. They have 6, that's kind of annoying. They have 6 dark Pokemon in play, and 6 times 3 is 18. Yeah, we'll take 150. That's still more than enough. That still puts it 360. Okay, we have a Marnie back, which is good, because my god, that this hand is trash without it. So it doesn't really matter too much. We got Path to the Peak just a turn too late, I think. And we have the Marnie. Just not a strong hand. Okay, we got a Quick Ball. That's good. We're going to get rid of this Calm. And I think we go... I don't have the energy, but at least we're gonna be taking less damage. I know I can't discard the energy, but this is just, I know it's gonna be a tough matchup because, like I said before, you need the time to set up a little. You know, yeah, they're gonna hit for 120. We'll be able to survive another one.
From the first time you called me late, loved you for your wits and your wicked games. Yeah, always on my mind, always in my brain.
Yeah, well, we'll be able to survive another one. We can hit with it for 150 after this. It's not gonna do enough. Obviously, 150 and 50 is only 200. It'll still have 140 HP. We'll see if we can. If they have a boss, we lose. If they have to dread end into, oh, actually it doesn't matter because we're weak to dark, so none of this matters. So we're not even gonna get a Librahorn off. We are gonna lose this match. Whether they had a boss, a swell, I mean, this is gonna KO us anyway. Again, we're struggling a little with finding the energy, so maybe we either. What's the point of bossing? I mean, I guess they want to win this turn, so instead of taking 2 prizes, they'll take 3. Give us, they would still knock us out, so whatever. So there you have it, Metagross VMAX with Lucario Melmetal and Galarian Rapidash V. I forgot what I was playing for a second there. If you enjoyed the video, like I said, definitely give a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff helps the channel out tremendously. And if you absolutely love this video, then, you know, maybe follow me on social media. My thoughts on the deck, it's okay. It needs that time to set up, and there's just some decks that are just too fast. You know, Eternatus can be hitting you for up to 270 damage as early as turn 2. So if they go first, they're hitting you for 270. You haven't even had a chance to evolve yet, and you are taking that knockout. So, you know, Victini VMAX, especially being weak to fire, it's gonna be a tough matchup. Other decks that are just really fast-paced decks that can put out damage as early as turn 2, significant damage. I mean, you're not putting out damage until at least turn 3. That's when you're really starting to put out damage, but by then you've probably taken an attack, so you have to really be able to switch and Cheryl and have all that stuff set up. And as you can see, sometimes you just don't. Sometimes you're just starved for energy. Sometimes you, maybe you don't need the Lucario Melmetal and the Rapidash. Maybe it's too much. Maybe I was spreading my energies too thin. But, you know, ideally you wouldn't really need to, because you just need 4 energies, right? You need 2 energy on your Metal Pokemon and 2 energy on your Rapidash. You're expecting the energy from the Rapidash to get discarded from getting knocked out after using Leaperhorn, but that's okay, because you have 2 other energy that you can use and transfer with Bronzong to either your Lucario Melmetal for a full Metal Wall, or for your Metagross VMAX to hit with Max Rush. So, overall, I think the deck can be pretty good. I do think it has some difficult matchups, but it is fun to play. If you want to play a stall wall type deck, I do think Corviknight is a little bit better. You're able to retreat easily for free, and the idea is to retreat. You don't have to stay in one spot, and with Gmax Hurricane, you're going to be putting out just more damage per turn. So, you know, I think Metagross, maybe if you bumped up some Rapid Strike stuff to kind of make it a little bit better, could work, but it doesn't do anything different that Corviknight can do a little bit better, in my opinion. But that is going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, all that stuff before helps out the channel, and I will see you next time.